The expectations coming into the season this year were very high, but they're always high here. We try to triple crown all the time. That's a goal of ours. We think we can play with anybody around.
You know, this season coming in, it was my senior year. Being excited was an understatement. You know, I've been playing with these guys since freshman year, so the expectation was definitely to win the Triple Crown, league, county, and state.
Before this year even started, I was excited because getting the chance to be a starter for St. Joe's, especially with the team we were this year, is an honor.
Last year winning the county tournament was huge. St. Joe's definitely loves when an athletic program wins such a big thing. The Bergen County tournament is a huge thing. So winning that and coming into this year with such high expectations.
Definitely motivated us because, you know, winning a county championship, you know, is really important. But trying to get the state, you know, what we wanted, we tried to Triple Crown. It just made us more hungry through the offseason, and, you know, we try to do it again.
So the expectations, you know, we got all these seniors coming back, leaders. You know, the goal was the Triple Crown.
And I'm very excited for this year to start.
Obviously, it's tough if you're playing baseball in the Northeast to get out and get enough practice time, but we did our best working with what we had. We had mounds going all winter, winter workouts 4 days a week, and then once March hit, we had our pitchers throwing live to our hitters and just trying to be ready as fast as possible.
One group at a time. New pitcher, new shortstop, new third baseman, new first baseman. We're running in and out, okay? Boy, G, run it down, get over there. Get up, boy.
Where's that go?
We came back from Myrtle Beach, all the snow was melted and we were ready to go.
I'm running a game here today so we can see what kind of intensity we're gonna bring to the beginning of our season. Let me tell you something, we went down to South Carolina, we came out, and I was very impressed. We were in the gym 2 months or whatever, throwing soft toss, bang, bang, bang. The first time we got to have a real pitcher to get on the mound, we banged him for 10 runs. The next guy came in, we banged him for 10 runs. So we were aggressive at the plate, we were ready to go, okay? But then the third game, what did we lose? We lost that mental preparation, we really did. We lost that intensity. I'm trying to get you into the habit of understanding the minute you get out of that dugout and cross that line, there is nothing but you're playing for your life. Every time you do it, it is not who you're playing against, it doesn't matter what the situation is, it shouldn't even matter the score of the game for the most part. You're really just going out there, giving every single thing you got and crushing everything in your way. That's it. So when the time comes that you really need it, in the final, in the States, in a big situation, you're not doing anything different. You're not trying to turn it on, you've been turning it on. You're just playing. And when the other team gets scared and the other team starts squeezing a little bit, because it is a big situation, that's been your situation from March. Take a look, take a look.
Oh, get out! Bye-bye!
We were supposed to open up against Toms River North, but the game got changed and we were opening up against St. Mary's. After we lost to them last year, this was a great team to open up against this year.
Let's go, baby! Over there! Don't go out. First day of the season. Yes, 5 minutes today. We go.
Dogs are hungry.
Together on 3. 1, 2, 3. Together!
Devin Ortiz got the start on the mound and he was cruising. All we had to do was get on the scoreboard.
With a runner on second, Kolich lined the ball into right field. Chris Kozic scored.
In the fourth, Raul Ortega got the inning started with a double. Johnny Medina hit a hard grounder through for an RBI.
We added 3 more runs and opened up the season with the 5-0 win.
Over the next 2 weeks, we won 6 straight, including the 2 extra inning games against Paramus Catholic.
And then it was Bosco week.
All right, right here, let's go. Listen, let's go. Let's put it to bed right now. We're the best team in this county is right now, today. First batter on, play with an attitude. Yes, sir. Together. 1, 2, 3, together.
Nick Cantone got the start in the first game on Monday, but he got the offense started in the first with a leadoff single.
Devin Ortiz would single him home, and we were up 1-0 early.
They answered with a solo home run in the second.
In the third, after 1 run scored already, the bases were loaded for Madalamo.
Madalamo singled, and that scored Connor Kolich and Devin Ortiz.
Bosco would add 2 runs in the fifth, but Nick would go the distance, throwing the complete game.
First one in the beginning of the week, right? First one, right? We gotta go step on them next week. Step on them on Wednesday. Coming to play, right? Right, this was a great, close game, good baseball game today. Good key hits, good defense, great pitching, both teams all the way around, all right? That's what, listen, we have to be comfortable, and we are. We're comfortable at 3-3, knowing our bats are gonna come back again. We're comfortable with our pitching.
We traveled up to Ramsey on Wednesday.
It was cold and rainy, the exact opposite of what happened on Monday.
In the third, we had runners on first and second for Connor.
In that at-bat, I knew there was a guy on in scoring position, so all I was doing was trying to get my job done and get that run in so we could get ahead in the game. And I knew Devin was on the mound, so hopefully 1 run, I knew 1 run would be enough that we would probably get the W.
Connor lined it to left field, and Mike scored.
Once I saw him scored, I was just pumped up because I knew we needed that run. Like I said, Devin was on the mound, and if we got that 1 run, we felt comfortable because he's a bull on the mound and he always gets the job done.
1 run was enough for Devin Ortiz. He gave up only 6 hits and struck out 12. We swept Bosco in the regular season, winning Game 2 1-0.
All right, so listen, great freaking job today. I told you get us back and put up 14 runs. We didn't go that route. Okay, I don't want to throw on a trees now. We didn't go that route, all right? 1-0 game, we're still coming out on, listen to me, we are still coming out on top of games. We're not even playing good at them. You understand what I'm saying? We're still coming out on top of games. We're not playing good. All right? Let's go right here. Hey, I want to say thank you to the boys. Thank you to the boys.
We were on a roll, winning 4 straight, and then heading on to Pascack Valley.
We got off to a 1-0 lead in the first, and it looked like we'd continue to get the W. In the bottom of the first, Pascack Valley scored some runs and put a bunt down.
We struggled a little bit. It was a really tight zone up there, and Devin fell behind, which he hasn't done in probably 3 years. But he was getting squeezed a little bit in that game, and we had a battle. Bases were loaded, and then balls were just dropping in and falling everywhere they could. He jammed the guy and loops over first baseman's head with bases loaded. So this was a similar thing. I think it was a swing and bunt at the end. The ball was up in the air. Devin's a competitor. He's going, so he lays out.
It was men on first and second, 1 out, and there was a ball bunted up in the air. I tried to dive for it to maybe double up one of the runners on base, just to get out of the tough inning. But unfortunately, dislocated my shoulder and tore my labrum, which caused me to be out for the season.
Hurts his shoulder. We didn't expect it, we didn't plan on it, but it was a big moment. It was a big moment.
Once I landed, I think I was fine. I think it was more the sliding after. It was the slide after the dive. The grass was pretty high, so I think my glove caught onto the ground, caused my arm to, stay back while my body was, momentum was going forward.
I was in center field during that play, and that was a tough inning. You know, they scored 6 runs, and bouncing back from that inning is hard, especially when you have your ace on the mound. And as soon as I saw the bunt go up, I knew Devin was a competitive player. I knew he was going to lay out for the ball. And honestly, if I was in that situation, I would have done the same exact thing, and I know he doesn't regret doing that. That's just the competitive player he is. So that play was tough, you know. It was definitely a heartbreaker for the whole team. And finding out after the game that he was injured and going to be out for the majority of the season, it was hard. We knew it was going to be a hard task to overcome, and Coach C's definitely challenged us and said, you guys are going to have to overcome it. Some guys are going to have to step up, and I think that's what we did. A lot of younger guys stepped up.
It was emotionally tough, you know, when you're seeing one of your captains down, and he's being hurt, and the ambulance coming to take him to the hospital. And you know, as much as you want to say this is the game, this is what we got to do, I'm sure in everybody's mind, everybody wants to know how is he, you know, is he going to be okay? You know, one of your leaders are down, kind of thing, you know. So that was a tough game. It showed a lot of character in a lot of our kids, though.
PV scored 6 runs in the inning, and we lost our first game 6-2.
The next week was Bergen Catholic week.
Bergen scored twice early, and we were down 4-1 heading into the bottom of the 7th.
We scored twice and had the bases loaded with 2 outs.
Johnny Medina hit a shot to left, but it didn't have enough.
Vinny Martin made the catch, and we lost our 2nd straight.
We needed to bounce back. Game 2 against Bergen Catholic under the lights in Powell Park. Tough environment to play in, tough game to win, but we knew we were up for the challenge.
Let's go. Acting loose like this ain't no big thing, like they got that. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's put a 3 spot on this guy. Let's go, baby. No jewelry and not a word to this guy behind the plate. Nope, he's not taking anything. No.
Let's go.
1, 2, 3, together. All business.
Let's go, boys.
And we got off to a fast start in the 1st. Nick led off with a single.
Raul Ortega lined the ball into the right center field gap. Nick scored and Raul got to 3rd with a triple. Then the pitch got to the backstop and he scored from 3rd. We were up 2-0.
Jose Mercado and Johnny Medina added RBI singles.
Hiro Mizutani pitched out of the jam in the 4th and the 5th, only giving up 1 run in each inning.
Danny Lenahan came in the 6th to close out the game.
We won 5-2 and clinched the division.
After that win, we were back on track. We swept the week, and we were ready for the county tournament. We got the 1 seed, and we were ready for that challenge, ready to take it head on. The county tournament in St. Joe's, the school, goes hand in hand. We've been competing in that county tournament ever since St. Joe's baseball team was around. So we have a history there. The Bergen County knows we have a history there. So when you get the 1 seed and you get to, you know, the target's on you, you know, it's tough. You know, it's definitely a tough challenge to overcome. It's not easy for any team to be the 1 seed. You know, I remember walking into Demarest and all the eyes are on you. You know, it's the middle of the 2nd inning, big at bat for this kid that's up, but they're looking at you walking down the hill. So you have to carry a certain energy, a certain vibe to you when you're walking down the hill at Demarest. And it's something that you can't describe. So being the 1 seed means so much more than just having number 1 next to your name on the paper, on the pamphlet that you get walking in the door. So being the 1 seed and being St. Joseph Regional High School is something that's indescribable.
The rain pushed our first county game versus Indian Hills back to Monday.
All right, together. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, together. Let's go.
Hey, Cantone ready here. Cantone ready.
In the 3rd, the bases were loaded for Matt Gibney, and we drew a walk.
Next batter, Jose, doubled to clear the bases. We went up 6-1 and won 8-1 to advance to the 2nd round.
That set us up to play St. Mary's again.
Are we ready? Who's the house anyway? There's nobody been here more times than us. Yo! Baby! Together. 1, 2, 3. Go get it.
It was a pitching duel from the start between Nick and Kenny. There were 13 combined strikeouts through 5 innings.
In the third, Cantone was on second. Raul doubled to score Nick, and we led 1-0.
After 3 straight strikeouts in the top of the 5th, we felt we had the game. It was over.
But with 2 outs and a runner on in the 6th, St. Mary's got another hit to keep the inning alive.
Then a single scored the runner from third.
And a double down the left field line scored 2. They added another run in the 7th, and we trailed 4-1, heading into the bottom of the 7th.
We were able to get 2 runners on to start the inning, but we were down to our last out with Mikey D up.
In that last county at bat in the 7th, there was 2 outs, and what I was just trying to do was just get on base.
Mikey D got hit by a pitch to load the bases for the top of the order and Nick.
I just wanted to get it back up to the top of the order, get the bat to Nick and Raul, because those are 2 hottest hitters.
Next, Raul came up. He sent the ball into right field, and it fell right in front of the right fielder.
Nick Cantone broke on the swing, and he rounded third and scored from first.
We won the game.
When our kids battle, we've been there before. We know going in, we just never give up, we keep fighting. Like, you remember those piles. We piled up that day like we won the championship. So like, Raul coming up big, I think, moving forward, those hits like that are just gonna help us.
Let's give us something. I'm watching that ball bleed.
Nah, as soon as it was a hit, coach, I saw how far he was, I went nuts, I ran out, and I was like, we tied it. And then I see Nick round the dirt, I'm like, we're gonna win.
When you come off a big win like that against a quality team in St. Mary's, back against the wall, and basically steal one that maybe you shouldn't have, it's easy to feel like, you're the king of the hill. And I think initially they felt that. During the whole course of events before Bosco, it was just a constant reminder of us to have them stay grounded, to understand that, like we said, win, lose, or draw, once we get past the game, we're past the game. I think we all knew, what we were up against in Bosco.
We advanced to play Don Bosco in the semifinals the next Saturday.
It's always hard to beat a team 3 times, especially when the 2 times that you played them before, they're crazy games. I remember the first game that we played them, they were shocked that I was on the mound, and I went out there and handled business. The team went out there and handled business. The second time, Devin was on the mound at their place. That's a tough place to go into and win, and we did that. So now the 3rd time playing them in the Bergen County tournament, it's hard. All eyes are on you. You're the 1 seed. I got the ball, and that game, I remember I wasn't nervous at all.
No surprise for us, right? This is our house. We're here all the time, right? Been waiting for the day. Our season starts today. Let's start it off right? Let's start. No mistakes. Every pitch, cover every ground. Remember what I said? Talk to everybody. So-and-so's up, blah, blah, blah. Right? Let's get in the heads. Together. Come on. Let's do it. We did the little prayer thing? Yes, sir. All right. Together. 1, 2, 3. Together. Let's go get it. Let's go. Let's go get it.
We gotta stay out here. Every time. Every time.
In the 2nd, we looked to get on the scoreboard first. We had the bases loaded for Raul.
Now batting for St. Joe's, protector number 8, Raul Ortega.
There was a pass ball that got away from the catcher. Both runners broke and tried to go back. Mike Danger got caught in the rundown and tagged out. We didn't get a run.
Instead, Bosco scored in the third, leading 1-0.
In the sixth, they added a sac fly and we trailed 2-0.
We had runners on the corners in the bottom of the seventh, but a ground out to shortstop ended the game and we were eliminated from the county tournament.
It was a tough loss. You know, it killed our Triple Crown, but I think I wanted it to motivate us, you know, to win the state, and you know, by losing to Bosco or any of the rival teams, it's unfortunate and it does suck. But you know, for the guys that are coming back next year, you know, they're gonna have to do it next year and get that back.
Obviously, losing the county was tough. We wanted to get the Triple Crown, but we tried to use that as like fuel to our fire and try to pull out a state tournament. And we know that if we won the states, then we would forget about the county and the season would be a success.
We'd rather the state than the county anyway, man. Season ahead of us. Come on, boys, let's go. Only gonna get one of the two.
Keep your heads up. Together. 1, 2, 3. Together.
We opened up the state tournament against St. Peter's Prep.
Today, right? Let's go and get. I don't want to hear one comment about I slipped, the ball was heavy, none of that. You see what I'm saying? We play them anyway. They're in the same element. Let's go take care of our business today.
Bottom of the first inning, Nick Cantone homered to get the scoring started.
In the second, they had 2 runners on. They got a single back up the middle, scoring both. We trailed 2-1.
We answered back. Zach Bailey hit a sac fly in the bottom of the inning. Next batter, Mikey D. He doubled, scoring Amari Paula, and we led 3-2 through 2.
That would be all the scoring in the game. Paul Cuccinelli matched hero, pitch for pitch. We won the game, but our offense has to hit better.
All right, now look, I'm happy. I'm glad we won, but we want to win 5 games. We ain't winning it like this. We should have had a 10 spot on that kid. The fact that we ain't disciplined enough as a group to get up there and make the adjustment to beat that guy, that bothers me. That bothers me. We need, look, it's prom time, it's the graduation time. We got 4 games to go. We need to come here and get plugged in. We got guys here making big sacrifices, being behind the team. There are seniors here dying to get at bats. And they're out here supporting and doing what we're supposed to do. You got to come and play the game and get the me ball out of it. You know, maybe I'm coming out a little hard, but I needed you today. All right, we're a good baseball team. We got 20-something wins. I needed you guys today to figure this out on your own. I needed you to come up today and see you guys throwing like that and figure it out and compete. Not come up here today and 3 times keep swinging at the same and wondering why you're popping up and wondering why you're ahead and you can't make that adjustment. What are you going to do after this if you can't make those adjustments on your own? You can't get a hitting coach to come in and tell you what to do. You needed to come up here today and make those adjustments, and you should know that by now. You should know that by now. I want you to take charge. I want somebody out here to be a leader in the field, all right, and start talking to people and get up and doing the things that we got to get done here to win these ball games. We're the top team here. You're still ranked 1. You know you're ranked 1 in the state, right? Okay? You should still be out here in this tournament, kicking ass and acting like you're supposed to.
We were 1 win away from going back to the sectional final, but we knew we had to go through a tough Del Barton team to get there. They would jump out on us first, scoring a run in the top of the first.
In the bottom of the 4th, Jay Hens started the inning with a single.
Matt Alamo came up and crushed the ball to left field. We took the 2-1 lead.
Barrel it up, baby!
After Connor Coolidge walked and stole, Matt Gibney singled it home. But in the bottom of the 5th, Del Barton answered back. They scored 2 to tie it.
It stayed that way until the 7th.
With 1 out, Andrew Papatonis hit a line drive home run just over the fence and left. Del Barton led, and we needed to get an answer in the bottom of the 7th to keep our season alive.
J-Hen Malloy singled with 1 to get the inning started. Matt Alamo singled to get him to the 3rd. That brought Johnny Medina up.
He would get the bunt down, and it was far enough up the line to first to have J-Han score. We forced the game into extra innings.
And then things fell apart.
They got a leadoff double. Then the sac bunt got thrown away, and they scored a run.
Next batter, another bunt, and the throw got away again.
There would be one more error in the inning, and we were down 3 runs. We weren't able to match them, and our season was over.
Being a senior, everyone stresses, 4 years flies by, and it just was surreal that it was finally over. It was the last time that the whole team was going to be together, so that was sad. We'd done everything together since February, but unfortunately things happen, and hopefully next year's team can rebound.
It's been a hell of a ride, folks. 4 years here have been great. Love playing with each and every one of you. We're going to go on some special things next year, man.
Had a great season, guys. It's unfortunate I couldn't, play with you guys to the end, but like Nick said, in our hearts, it sucks that we went out this way, but.
Hey, listen, guys, they're 20 wins, 21 wins. Right? They won most of the year. They're 21 wins, group champs, best league in the county. Your league champs. I know that doesn't mean a lot to you right now, but they won. League champs with 22 wins.
The end of the season definitely was a disappointment because going to every year, St. Joe's baseball, we strive for the Triple Crown, but the building blocks are there for the future, and I know next year the underclassmen won't settle for the same result.
It's been great. Listen, it's been great, all right? Let's finish with a head up, yes.
Joe's on 3! 1, 2, 3, Joe's!
Going into next year, I'm feeling pretty confident. We had a couple of underclassmen that got the feeling of being up there on varsity and playing with a couple older guys. So they got the feeling, and we'll be pretty confident for next year.
A lot of our kids are coming back, so that's the most important. Also, a lot of our kids are coming back that were watching, that were there, that are gonna have that itch. We had a lot of seniors playing this year, but there's a lot of guys that were kind of around it. They're gonna have to step up, so seeing that, feeling that, losing a couple leaders is always gonna be hard to replace, but I think we're gonna be okay. We're always gonna be okay. And sometimes when you lose, those days where you don't want to practice, you can always bring that back to the guys next year. Hey, listen, we don't want this to happen again.
My advice to the team next season is be a team. Don't be afraid to come together. Baseball is a team game, even though it's won by individual moments. So be a team, come together as a unit. You guys have a lot of guys that are coming back, a lot of guys that need to step up.
The run was the run, that's what you remember, right from the beginning, from Myrtle Beach, all the way down to the end. I think there was good memories there.
Tell me I'm not dreaming when I open my eyes. We will still be standing here side by side. If we could write our names in the stars tonight, it would light up all of the sky. We feel so close to heaven is here tonight. You can see it in our eyes. It couldn't get any better. We feel young forever. Tonight we're young forever. We feel
I was in 6th grade, I wanted to come here, but putting on this jersey, I mean, it's very, you have a lot of pride doing it. Being a Green Knight was probably one of the best things I've ever done in my life. So, I mean, I'm very proud. This is going to be, you know, probably my best time of my life these 4 years. So, I just wish I could do it one more time, do it on one more time.